My friends, hope you had a great Monday. Hope you got your week started off correctly. Don't want to take up too much of your time. Just wanted to give an updated video on kind of what I saw today, what I think we might see going into the future. First thing, business wise, pretty cool. AMC is going to be doing more NFTs with the Batman. If you do like early ticket purchases and everything along those lines. And why this is good is because data is king. And so if movie companies are able to see, in full disclosure, Peter Hahn, let me just pull it up. Let me just read you exactly what he said because this is absolutely true. So he was talking about how. So the NFTs are great for the fundamental aspect of AMC because they're designed to encourage the advanced ticket buying. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing with Batman. And so it allows AMC to show that its cash flow is a little bit more predictable. Larger pre-sales help to make the movie producers happy, encourages them to consider giving theaters a blackout period before streaming. And I could not agree more with that sentiment. So anytime you're eligible to build some hype around the movie with some NFTs and everything along those lines. Like I said, I think it's awesome. I can't wait to get mine. That's kind of what I put. Adam Aaron tweeted out basically kind of the same thing that they're going to be doing NFTs, and I'm excited for that. I'm excited for earnings, and I really think we're close to turning the corner. I already think it started. I just think this will be a time where we're able to look back and be like, dang, that was a good time to get in. But you guys know the deal. Nothing I say is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm here for entertainment purposes only. So I hope you're entertained. I tweeted this out earlier today. Where I said, days like this, I know they're boring, but low volume consolidation days are definitely what we're looking for. We need to show that the bears are exhausted. And that's exactly what I think that we're doing. We're showing that the bears are having a harder time pushing the stock price down. And that's what we want. We want to look for low volume consolidation periods, which I had some troll tweeting at me today that was like, oh, you think, stock went down and you think that's consolidation. And it's like, we're talking about a 3% move on one of the most volatile stocks on the market. Yeah, that's consolidation. So, don't believe me. Allow me to show you examples. Look what we got right here. Before we rocketed in January, what's all this right here? This is a low volume consolidated move. Consolidation means, we're kind of trading in a range, if you will. So, we're trading in this range right here. And sorry, I know I'm a little getting all over the place here already, but that consolidation is before big moves happen up or down, okay? So it doesn't mean we're necessarily going to go up, but we got a low consolidation move right here before, boom, we rip. What happens right here for these few days? Below average volume, very low volume right here before we start moving back up to the upside. What happens right here? Very low volume compared to everything around it before what? Before we start moving back up to the upside. What happens right here before our run in September? Below average volume for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. All the way up to this doji candle. So basically like 2 weeks before we started moving back up to the upside and moved back to 52. Allow me to keep going. Right here. What do we have here before we had our big push down? We had below average volume before we started pushing down. So what do we have now? We're starting to get some below average volume days. It just started. So we had that big 100 million volume day right here on February the 1st. But now, as you can see, we're getting that low. In fact, today was way lower than a lot of the days around us. And that's what we want to see. So if I zoom out here just a little bit, and once again, eyes on volume down here, you can see that like a day like yesterday, a day like today, a day like Friday. So really Thursday, Friday, and today, we're all low. And so we want to see that low consolidation with very little moves, down or up or anything along those lines. And once again, that starts to show that the bears are getting exhausted. And that's what we want to see. This also allows the IV, the implied volatility, to come down a little bit. You really want to see this bad boy moving. If you're an options player, we got to build a gamma ramp in the option chain. Rico talked about how, now they've added like 50%, or 50%, not 50%. Well, they do have those, but 50-cent increments, kind of right around the price. And if we can build up where we're pretty close to either in the money, at the money, or slightly above the money. So not 60 calls, not 145 calls or anything along those lines, but those slightly. So think of like, anywhere between like $1 to $3 out of the money, or obviously in the money, or in the money or at the money. That's what's going to build gamma ramps to seeing price movement. But a lot of people haven't been doing that because the implied volatility, the IV, has been so high. So low volume consolidation periods are just going to, think of it as, throwing water on the overheated engine, if you will. It's going to help it cool off a little bit. So that's the kind of stuff we want to see before, we really start to see a move back to the upside. Overall, we stayed inside the channel that we had drawn from yesterday's video. This support line right here where we had the multiple touches after the buy button collapse so far is holding up. Now, you guys know me, this isn't the sugarcoat hopium channel. So one thing I really don't like is this bearish engulfing candle right here on the daily. So this right here, so where the red candle is completely engulfs the green candle, that is typically bearish indications. So we might, see a push down from here. And once again, so long as we somewhat hold. So we've got our long-term support that we hit, which I've talked about multiple times before. It's where AMC, which its bottom for 2 years from like 17 to 19. Please go back and rewatch some of my previous videos if you have any questions on that. We also have from the top of the January run, which was going to be that 1450. And when I say the top of the January one, I'm not talking about buy button removal day. It's what provided some pretty heavy resistance before we moved up. Okay, so we've got those supports below us. Oops, sorry, my friends. There we go. But like I said, that the bearish engulfing is my biggest concern about anything that happened today. We might see a little bit more downside. When we're looking at our wedges, I wanted to see this week, my most hopeful possible scenario was going to be pushing back towards the top of the wedge. As you can see today, even though we broke below it, we came back up and closed pretty much right at it. So hopefully we'll get to see a move towards the upside. I think I saw that max pain was $18 this week. So a move towards the upside, even from a relief standpoint, definitely makes total sense. We've got the RSI. And once again, we are still sitting in oversold territory. So nothing has changed on that. Let's look at our moving averages, our EMAs. So this 20, the first big one for us to reclaim on the daily chart is going to be the 20-day moving average, which as of right now sits at $17.93. So if we can close this week up above that, if we can start regaining some of these EMAs, once again, we'll start to see a positive price movement in the stock. Traders that are not just buy and hold apes or anything along those lines, that'll be things that they're going to be looking for. So overall, we're still in that descending wedge that we've been talking about. Once again, is a bullish reversal pattern. Other indicators you guys know we always look at. Let's look at the MACD. So even though today overall was a red day, the MACD is still bright green, indicating the blue line is still is not starting to curl down below the orange line. So once again, that looks just fine. Let's see what OBV is looking like. Should be down today. Yep, a little bit down today. But once again, overall, we've got our big bullish divergence that's going on there. So, and I apologize if you watch me regularly. Some of that stuff is going to be stuff that you guys hear on the regular basis. I always just try to keep new followers and subscribers kind of up to date to everything that I've been watching. If you are new, please go back and watch previous videos. I dive into it just a little bit more. But like I said, overall, I posted that one thing about volume today, and oh my gosh, did I have the morons in my comment section having no idea what they're talking about. So once again, I really wanted to just jump on and show you that low volume precedes big moves. All right, so low volume consolidation, and when I say big moves, it doesn't necessarily have to be, moonshot. Once again, it can be like this one right here, where we just, we went back from 28. We had like an 85% move, I think is what it was, when we went back from the 28 all the way back up to the 52. So low volume is what we're looking for to move up. Okay, it's proof in the pudding. Okay, I don't do hopium, I don't do rocket emojis. I'm only going to give you what I feel like I can prove on the chart from proven technical analysis methods. I jump on here to analyze the chart and what I see going on. I don't do, trust me bro, I don't do hopium. People were tagging me and like, no bro, look, volume was really 100 million today, it was manipulation bro. And it's just no, it's not. It is what it is. It's what we can prove. And what we can prove is AMC had like 29 million in volume today. That is reality. I agree there's lots of glitches with AMC, and I agree that AMC and like GameStop, they both have way more glitches than they should. But at the end of the day, that is what they are. Until information or news comes out otherwise, that is what they are. They are glitches. So don't see something that says like, oh no, GameStop said it was really trading at 14,000 today. Well, until GameStop really is trading at 14,000, guess what? You can't freaking sell it for 14,000. It's just all I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to help you guys stay real and stay grounded. Like I said, that goes back to the culty side of this movement. It's just some people are just out of touch of reality, and I hope you are not one of those people. And if you are, I hope my video helps you to come back to reality. Do I believe in a squeeze? Yes. I wouldn't have hundreds of thousands of dollars of my money tied up in this deal if I didn't believe in a squeeze. But once again, no matter what, squeeze or not, I invested in AMC because I love movies. I love taking my family to the movies. I love the movie theater experience. I don't believe stuff like that is going away, at least not in the close future. And I love to see what AMC is doing as far as progressing the narrative towards, we're going to get into the metaverse, we're going to get into virtual reality, we're going to start showing football games. We're looking at different partnerships and doing different things. I personally, I'd be one of the ones who loves if AMC made a deal with GameStop where they started doing, tournaments and everything like that, or streaming events in their theaters. I think there's lots of possibilities with movie theaters, and that's why I'm invested in the world's biggest one. It's pretty much simple as that. Heading into tomorrow, be looking for this long-term support to hold. Would love to see a bounce. If not, would love the channel to bounce. Real quick, once again, for those of you that follow me regularly, from a fib basis, right here from the bottom to the top, like I said, we want to get it. We want to recapture this 382 area, which would also allow us to capture like the 20-day EMA. And once again, those would all be very, very, very bullish. So we don't have far to go to get some real bullish signals going. As far as right here from the buy button collapse, I'll be looking for this, 618 or the 1450. We got lots of areas of support. So once again, none of that is changing. Lastly, let me go in here. I'll look at it quickly. Once again, I really try not to ever do the, don't get, too lost in the weeds or anything along those lines. But from a support standpoint, from where we really bounced at that 13 to where we are now, once again, look at that. We got rejected off the 0.65. That's not an accident. And so I would imagine we might need to come down here, push back up. We start, recapturing the 618s, so that 1524 level on the daily basis. Things are going to, once again, be heading in the direction we all want to see, and we all want to see upside. All right. So that's pretty much everything, my friends. really try to remove emotion out of every situation. I don't care if you see glitches or if you feel manipulation or anything along those lines. Understand that it's part of the process of what we're going through. I get just as frustrated as anybody does in those situations, but there's nothing, once again, as of now, that we can do to change it. Hopefully, Gary hits us with some good news that he promised us this week. But other than that, a low volume consolidation day is good in my book. It shows me good things are coming. So I will try to keep you guys as up to date as possible. Once again, follow me on Twitter, Colin_Gladman. That's the easiest way to get all my up to date, day in, day out thoughts of what's going on. But like I said, just chill. We'll be all right. See y'all tomorrow. Be good. Don't be a whiner.